So with that, let's get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. Talk about the first alert forecast and that whether fall is here already.
Well, there's still about 3 weeks of summer left, but you wouldn't have known it to step outside today. Temperatures considerably cooler than they have been. And you know what? Just backing up a little bit, we had our Haynes Index at 6 when we went into the weekend, both Thursday and Friday. A lot of dry, warm air out there. Now we have instability that's creating a different type of landscape out there. A lot of cloud cover and a lot of instability that fired off some of that lightning earlier today. Let's take a look at what happened. Temperatures didn't break out of the 70s today. Ironically, Hoquiam was 70. Renton was only 69, 64 in Mount Vernon today. But look at off towards the east. You can even see a difference in the color gradients. We had upper 90s and lower 100s in Ellensburg. So the dividing line was the Cascades. When you have warm air and cool air in the same place at the same time, they rub up against each other and create that instability that creates the friction that causes lightning. We saw plenty of it today. Now, this is a 12-hour loop. We saw a lot of that kind of originating in South Sound and making its way up towards Vancouver Island. In fact, as we zoom in right now, we're still seeing some active lightning and instability towards Hope, up towards Whistler, off towards Courtney on Vancouver Island, and as far north as Campbell River. Warm and hazy has been replaced by cool and cloudy, and thus the dividing lines there. Now, there will be more overnight storm potential. Yeah, I said overnight storm potential. We'll track it in a second. And there's more rain chances through Thursday as another low pressure system moves in. Now, it'll be considerably cooler before we track a brief weekend warm up. And by the way, that's the Labor Day weekend. I just downloaded the latest smoke models, and I got great news for you. The more onshore flow that we get, the cleaner the atmosphere will become over the next couple of days. So by the time we get to Wednesday, expecting it to be much more breathable out there. All of that having to do with the low that came onshore today and the one that will come on behind it. So it's keeping all that warm air and high pressure at bay. But there will be some more battles overnight tonight. This is right around 3 o'clock in the morning, and you see this line right here. There is the potential for some storms basically from Everett northward all the way up towards Blaine. So if you look out and you see some lightning in the middle of the night tonight, that's what's going on there. By the time we get into the early morning hours, right as the sun is coming up, there is still a lot of potential for that instability out there. But then as we go through the day tomorrow, now we add a new factor. We've got some moisture coming up on the eastern side of the state there. You put some sunlight on it, it looks like we could see some pretty heavy-duty storm activity through the day tomorrow. And that's just the appetizer leading up to the main course. We take a little bit of a break on Thursday, see temperatures warm briefly. We take another cool and rainy dip on Thursday, and then we warm it up and sit somewhere in between into the Labor Day weekend.